You know what the rules are, lads?
All right, okay.
You don't have to pay for the meal, but you have to sing.
I'll repeat it.
Well, we've got Tambourine Man here, look. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Silent night.
Oh, sorry. Well, okay. Well, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better watch out. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. What are you doing? Checking a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming. What's next? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bothered. So look for Christmas. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better watch out. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Well, he's making a list, checking it twice. Don't find out who's naughty and nice. Come on, Santa Claus is coming. Big time. Woo! Now you want your favorite.
Thank you, madame.
Mother Kim, no, I'm sorry. Wrong song. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, deep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. What's the words? Silent night, holy night, shepherds play at the side, glorious place of heaven above. Sing it, brother. I can't hear that. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
Did you do that
Oh,
verse?
what's that? Another one. I can't
We'll
see.
do God's heaven.
Yeah, God said so.
There's
No
a
more music. We got music.
Huh?
there's a one that I sometimes sing. It's called Redeeming Love. I'm sorry it's not on the sheet, but if you know it, will you just join in? Okay. All right.
Thank you. I do. I know it.
From God's heaven to a manger, from great riches to the poor, came the Holy Son of God, a little child. From the azure halls of heaven to our lowly manger stall, Jesus
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Hey, this is for all the Rockwilders we seen today. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, yeah, crying all the time. One more. You ain't nothing but a hound, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a river and you raised up round the mine. Well, I said she was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Yes, I said she was high class. Well, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a river and you raised up round the mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Now we have Mark on drums. And we have Violet on backing vocals. With Paddy on guitar. And we have security with the Rockweiler over there. I said, come on over, baby, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. You know what? Now come on over, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. We ain't taking a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, let's come on over, baby. We got chickens in the barn. Who's born? What's born? My barn. Come on over, baby. We got the bull by the horn. Come on over. There's a whole lot of chicken going on. Yeah. Good shake, baby, shake. Good shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. Shake all night. Baby, shake. Come on over. There's a whole lot of chicken going on. I said come on over, baby. There's a whole lot of chicken going on. Yeah, I said come on over, baby. Whole lot of chicken going on. We ain't failing. A whole lot of shaking going on. Okay, that's the first section of our show. And the next part of the show is a comedian from Las Vegas, Memphis, Tennessee, with the King Charles speech hat on him.
Have you a joke, Nigel?
I have a couple of things.
Nigel, get up here now.
He's not from Las Vegas, he's from Enniskillen.
He's from New York.
No, Colombia.
Colombia,
Oh, he gets, yeah.
where they sell all the marijuana. Oh, sorry.
No microphone this year,
Now,
folks.
come back, be in the camera there now. I want to steal his jokes. I'm recording them. I want to steal his jokes. So next year we can sag him. I get it. Oh no! I'm walking on the dock.
This is high tech now, isn't it?
Oh, I better stay out of the way. The Rockweiler is after me. The Rockweiler is after me. Quick, get out of the
I hope
way.
you're all fed and watered.
No.
Yes, wonderful.
The third person. I don't think I have any more room.
Was that a good introduction?
That's good, honey.
Wasn't it? Look at his lovely hat on his head. Does he look like King Charles?
I'll kill George the
Although it happened as well. A man walks into a doctor's office or surgery. He has a cucumber up his nose, a carrot in his left ear, and a banana in his right ear. What's the matter with me? He asks the doctor. The doctor replies, you're not eating properly.
He's supposed to put the food in his mouth.
I told the doctor every time I bend down I see Mickey Mouse, yet every time I stand up I see Donald Duck. So he said, how long have you been having these Disney spells?
Walt Disney.
Patient said to the doctor, I'm having trouble falling asleep at night. Doctor says, try lying at the edge of the bed, you'll soon drop off.
That's a good one. Take a few sleeping tablets. Oh, the glasses dropped off. He's good.
5-star. Is that the Evening Herald you got there?
No, it's the Daily Mail. Yesterday's. This is supposed to, laughter is said to be the best medicine.
It is.
Whenever you can find what you use. Some of you can't repeat. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? The light bulb has to want to change first.
Very good.
Forest and it's a wee brown, lovely pockets in the brown and a lovely pink.
Tell them about the microwave bed you bought now.
Oh no, that was last year, that's old.
That was a good one. You know what he said last year? He said, I got the brother a microwave bed, so you get 10 hours sleep in 5 minutes.
A man visits his aunt in a nursing home. It turns out that she's taking a nap, so he sits by her bed, flips through a few magazines and munches on some peanuts in a bowl. Eventually the aunt wakes up and her nephew notices he's finished the entire bowl of nuts. "I'm sorry, Auntie, I've eaten all your nuts," he says. "That's okay, dear," replies the aunt. "I didn't really like them all that much anyway after I sucked the chocolate off." Be nice to your kids, they'll be choosing your nursing home.
Yeah. That's a good one, yeah. You're going to finish that book tonight?
Anybody into horses?
Yeah. Yeah.
Be nice to your kid. They'll be
Shergar, really about Shergar.
What's the best way to stop a runaway horse? Bet on it. A man, he bet on a horse at 10-4, came in at 3:05, and was last. An English tourist goes to an Irish race meet and sees a priest blessing one of the horses. To the tourist's surprise, the horse wins, as do the next two horses the priest blesses. He sees the priest bless a fourth horse and puts all his money on it. Unfortunately, the starting postil gave the horse a heart attack and it drops dead before it can move. Later, the tourist tells the priest about his disastrous bet and asks why his blessing didn't work on the fourth horse. "Are you a Protestant?" asks the priest. "Yes, I am," replies the tourist. "Well then," says the priest, "you'll not be knowing the difference between a blessing and the last rites."
No, next page. I can take it, lads. You're all right. There's only a bit of sliding.
A man was walking down Belmer Street there yesterday in a skilling outside the O2 shop with 2 terrier dogs and 2 leads, and this woman comes up to him. She says, "Are those Jack Russells you have?" "No," he says, "they're my own." I think you were speaking recently about a famous person who died recently was Willie Boyd. He was a bit of a character.
Yeah.
I think he was known in all parts of Fermanagh. But I can recollect when I was working in Lissaski as a butcher in the late 90s, late 80s, 90s. He was coming up the street in Lissaski to try to get a lift. It was Thursday. You always get to stop a lorry on the road or something to get a lift into Enniskillen. But there was 2 characters, Adrian McDermott and Walter Carruthers, were working in Dowler's big shop. It was the only first shop in Enniskillen to have an escalator, an automatic one. But they said he was making his way into the shop, so they got a £1 coin. Pound coins were just out in 1991.
Yeah.
They were called Thatcher. They were thick brass and looked like a sovereign. So he got a tube of glue and he put it around the £1 coin and stuck it to the floor. So of course Willie come in and he had the head down coming up the street in case he might find money on the street. But he walked into the shop and the 2 boys were standing juking in behind one of the stands to see what would happen. And sure enough, as he looked down, he saw the £1 coin. So he looked like this, went lifted and wouldn't move. So then he looked around again, he put the foot out and he pulled the £1 coin towards him and it still wouldn't move. What did he do? He went down to the hardware section and lifted the chisel off the wall and took it off and put it in his pocket. And the 2 boys were roaring and laughing. But they don't make characters like that anymore, do they? This is a great book. I got it a present for my 70th birthday, but there's about 1,000 jokes in it. But you just don't know where to start.
Start at the beginning.
I have a nut allergy. When I was at school, the other children used to make me play Russian roulette by force feeding me with a packet of Rebels.
Okay. You wouldn't know which one had the nut in it.
Mrs. Brown used to have a firm chin. Sadly, there's now taken on a couple of partners.
Do you want to eat your pavlova? He'll be back after his pavlova. Well done, Nigel. I don't know. Pavlova for the comedian. That was good.
He's a farmer, but he writes poetry as well. I got his book a couple of years ago, but I lost it when we moved house. So this is what it's called: The Ballad of Wee Willie and Big Mary.
Sounds good.
So you can see what's coming. Here we go. Wee Willie still lived with his mother, though he was 54. He just worked away on the farm and never went out the door. A miserable looking critter, as thin as you could get. 7 stone would have been his limit if he was soaking wet. When his mother passed away, to her funeral neighbours came, no longer there to shelter him. Willie was now fair game. Oh. At the graveside there were several girls who made sure they kissed him, but Big Mary waited till the end. She wasn't going to miss him. A hefty heifer, man she was, as broad as she was long. She gave him a hug and lifted him with big thick arms so strong. Like a roaring fire were her cheeks, like tree trunks were her legs. Every morning an Ulster fry, sausage, bacon and eggs. When she finally sat him down, she said, I might call him some day for tea. Willie was dizzy, feared and flummoxed. Aye, that's all right by me. So she started to call with cakes and buns, for she was a fair old baker. He thought that she was after him, but all she wanted was his acres. You see, she had a wee farm of her own, nothing but whin bushes. Her wean of sheep they had to graze in amongst the rushes. She had got her eye on his nice land, its rolling fields so green, the good farmhouse, the tidy yard, as nice as she had seen. She turned the charm up full on him. She thought she was a clinker. It wasn't long till she'd reeled him in, hook and line and sinker. And before he knew it, the date was set, and she had him up the aisle. But they had no choice with her size, had to walk out single file. Into the wedding car was a squeeze. She must have been 20 stone. Willie was jammed up against it last, for she filled it on her own. That night he got into bed before her, sort of feared he lay still. Then Big Mary, she got in, and he sort of rolled downhill. I think it's straight to sleep, she said, for that big day did weary us. He lay in tight at her back. The heat from her was serious. He thought about the coming winter and how she'd keep him warm. He thought about the buns she'd make and how she'd help him farm. She'd be queer help with the sheep, for lambing was a battle. And with her size, she'd fair block a hole if he was moving the cattle. He slowly came to the conclusion she'd be good about the place. Soon he was drifting off to sleep with a smile upon his face. So how does this story end up? The marriage, was it a go? Was it happily ever after? I'm sorry to tell you, no. For later on that night disaster, the marriage was ill-fated. Big Mary rolled over in her sleep, and wee Willie was suffocated.
Thank you for a happy ending. A happy ending. Very good.
Thank you, Mark.
Right.
That's lovely.
Who's next?
How would you follow that?